I look ugly right now, bro. My braids don't be lasting anymore because I don't know if I'm using too much like hair growth oils or whatever, but my braids have just been looking old really fast now. Because obviously like the ends still look intact because I put beads on all the ends, but like my roots, this is like all the dry scalp that's in my hair, and it already looks grown out. I only did my hair like 2 weeks ago. Ew, I spilled it on me. I gotta go wipe it off. But I was supposed to be getting ready to go to Food Line right now. Not fruit. Well, yeah, anyways, I was supposed to be getting ready to go food shopping right now just because I don't have any food in my house to cook for work because usually I meal prep all of my meals for work and everything. So that's what I was supposed to be doing right now, but I high key don't feel like going anywhere today. So I'm gonna have to just go after work tomorrow, and I know that's like more of a hassle for me, but I'm like, I don't care at this point. Um, what am I doing? But I was trying to decide what to do with my Polaroid cameras because I had like technically three Polaroid cameras that I don't really use because now I bought this printer to use, right? So I'm like, do I just give away my Polaroid printer to some of the kids that I teach maybe? I don't know. And then I also am working on like cleaning out my closet as well, just because it's like extremely disorganized. Because basically, I have like a closet full of where I put my clothes, but then I also have this dresser that I got from IKEA, and I put a lot of my clothes in there too. And literally, my dresser is stuffed with clothes, low key, because I have like all of my winter stuff in there and all of my like sweaters and stuff in the cabinet because I never wear them. But now I'm thinking like maybe I should move my winter stuff in here, so that way I don't really have to like come in my closet when I'm like changing outfits and stuff. And then I could just put my summer clothes in the drawers, like whatever clothes I'm using for this current season, I could just put it in the drawers. So that way, like as I'm getting dressed, I can just easily go to the drawers rather than like come all the way in my closet. I don't know, but I did recently drop a room tour on my channel. So if y'all want to watch that, you can watch that. But it's obviously not like it's not really detailed because I still have to like clean my whole room and everything. And then I'm in the process of getting rid of some of my clothes too because I have gained like literally 30 pounds in the last like 4 months or whatever since January. So some of my clothes don't fit me anymore, like these like little skirts right here, and like I don't know, mostly just the skirts and like the dresses. It's like I gotta squeeze into it, and I look like a sausage, right? So I have to go through and try on all of those things. And what else? I don't know. It's just it's just a lot. I gotta clean my room. I gotta work on exercising to look good for my Halloween costume. You know what it is. Um, but yeah, today I just like genuinely did not feel like leaving the house. But yeah, that's what I. What was I saying? The last live, I was telling people, I'm like, y'all better subscribe now before I do a giveaway or something because I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for a giveaway, but I'm like, I don't know because I know creators giving away like gigantic products and whatnot, but I was thinking like, do I just give away like small stuff Because I don't really have like a lot of what is it called, like male viewers. I do have male viewers, but not ones that actually watch my videos. It's mostly just like creepy men in general. Hi. But mostly like the actual subscribers who actually pay attention to my content is mostly women, you know? So I like to do stuff that pertains to women because whenever I ask people like, "Oh, what content do you want to see from me?" They'd be like, "Oh, it's like makeup tutorials or whatever." And I could do vlogs, but I feel like um I don't want to like I don't know, I don't go anywhere to do vlogs. My life is not that interesting, to be honest. I'm a trans friendly creator. I mean, yeah, I like everybody. But I don't know. I'm the type of creator where like I want to be giving back to my community, okay? So, that's what I say. Like as soon as I get rich, I'm going to be giving back to my subscribers or people who have been supporting me since day 1. So y'all better subscribe now, okay? I don't know. Name a person whose life you think is that interesting. I don't know. It would probably have to be some kind of celebrity, but I don't really follow a lot of celebrities these days. I feel like back in the day, I used to watch a whole bunch of YouTubers, like the family vloggers and other celebrities, but now I don't really be like, um, I don't really be following people that much. I don't be following their lives and stuff like that. This is a prebiotic like applesauce snack, I guess. It has apple, strawberry, kiwi, and kale because I have digestive issues and I'm always looking bloated. So obviously I need some more fiber, I guess. I'm from the States, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we're struggling out here in America. Mm-mm. Yeah, I literally just ate breakfast, even though it's like 3 p.m. right now. I just ate breakfast. I had like a bagel with cheese and ham on it because I didn't feel like cooking eggs or anything. Because I did like last night. I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. I woke up at I think I set my alarm for 8 a.m. so that way I could like edit videos or whatever. But I didn't. I think I slept through those alarms. I ended up waking up at like 11. Didn't get out of bed until 2 p.m. You know. I don't know. America just sucks. Like it's not all that is hyped up to be. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it would be cool to be from like a different country, obviously. Like not one of those where like they hate women or like they're racist and stuff, but like it would be cool to be from like somewhere different other than like America. I don't know. America's just boring to me, I guess. And a lot of people are like actually trying to move out of America because of like all the stuff that's happening with like the president and all the laws and stuff like that. Squid Game season 3, yeah. I watched that like as soon as it came out. I don't know. The thing about like I don't know. I would have to decide where I'm gonna move though, because places like any Asian type countries, I don't really like Asian food that much. I don't really like Asian food that much, and then like the language is hard to learn and it's hard to write and understand. Like I feel like I'm capable of learning a new language because I do know Spanish, but I feel like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, all those like languages just seem extremely hard to me. Um, where are you moving? I'm not moving anywhere. I feel like I would probably end up moving to like somewhere in Africa or maybe like in Spain or something. I don't know. The CGI baby from Squid Games. What it was it CGI? I thought it was a real baby. I don't know. Like I feel like at sometimes it was real, sometimes it was CGI. But I feel like they didn't really need a season three. They didn't even really need a season two. I don't know. Like the whole plot line of season three was kind of like all over the place. I did like the games, but I like the games more from season two. But I feel like they could have like easily just stopped at season one and it would have been fine. See, you know their names. I don't even know their names. I call them like player. Um, but yeah, those like the way they died is like some of them are weird, some of them are like deserved, but I'm like, I don't know. The whole season wasn't really my favorite. Do you watch? I don't watch Cooking with Kaya. She's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of men watch her obviously because all she does is like twerk sometimes, and I don't know. She's like famous for that type of stuff. Like it's like incel content to me. I feel like a lot of women don't watch Cooking with Kaya because she's like more so catered to a male audience because she's always half naked when she's cooking. So I don't really find that like interesting, I guess. Like I watch regular cooking shows. I watch like I used to watch like Chopped or like the British baking show. Um what is the other one? Go Hell's Kitchen, Master Chef with Gordon Ramsay. Hello. I also don't know how long this live is going to be cuz I think I've been doing like 30-minute lives when I'm on my break at work, but can't be doing that every day cuz I got to eat on my breaks. Mm-mm. Oh yeah. A lot of people didn't like that like um Um, yeah, I feel like that was a bad ending for the trans one because she basically saved them throughout all the seasons, and then for her to be killed like that, it was just like, really, bro? Like she just got stabbed in the back, and after she was about to tell them about the exit, like it was just an unfortunate ending. Um, if Chris Rock and Will Smith, are you talking about like when they punched each other during the awards show? Because I was in favor of Will Smith. And I know everybody hated Will Smith because he punched Chris Rock on stage in front of everybody, and they were like, "Oh, why is Will being so violent?" But me personally, I would like for a man to defend me. He would I saw it as like a man defending his wife because if you get on there, of course comedians make jokes, right? But you can only go so far when you're telling jokes, especially when you're supposed to be friends with somebody. Because obviously, like Chris Rock and Will Smith, they know each other. They're both like black comedians in the industry. But if Chris Rock is on there talking shit about his wife, and then Will Smith goes up there and punches him, it's like that's your fault because Will Smith was just defending his wife. And I never really liked Chris Rock, anyways. I know he's funny in like the Madagascar movies, but like if anything, oh, and Rush Hour, but I never really watched Rush Hour or Madagascar actually, so I don't really know a lot about Chris Rock. But I feel like Will Smith is more famous from the movies he's done. Um, but no, Will Smith. But at the same time, Will Smith like cheated on his wife, or maybe they have an open relationship. I don't know. But I always liked Will Smith better. Thank you. But I don't know. There's just a lot of weird things happening in the world. I mean, the trans one. He's talking about the trans one, right? Mm, oh, Jihan. That's the main character guy, right? I don't know their names. Uh-uh. Words do not give you the right to hit someone. I mean, yeah, it does when they're talking shit about somebody that you love. So, mm-mm. Hey, on live doing nothing. Yeah. You will go to jail. You can't go to jail for punching somebody for 2 seconds, bro. Fights happen every day. Yeah, the main character was definitely overhyped. They wanted him to live in every single episode, but I'm like, he has to die because it's the last season, so of course they're gonna kill off everybody. Um, nah, you don't gotta bother listing characters because I'm not gonna remember that in the next 2 seconds. My memory has gotten so bad over the past couple years. Like, I'll find myself like, I go in the kitchen, I take out some milk from the fridge, and then I go to put it back, and I'm putting it back like in the pantry, and I'm like, oh shit, that's not the fridge. Like, my memory's just so bad now. This is a probiotic, organic snack. It's supposed to help with like digestion and stuff, and fiber, which helps support your gut. Because I have gut issues. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. It doesn't taste that good either. It doesn't taste that good either because it's apple, strawberry, kiwi, and kale. And I feel like I don't like any of those except for strawberries. But it's supposed to be healthy, I guess. It's like when people make those blended smoothies with all the green stuff in it. Mm-mm. I don't know. It's like digestive issues. Like, it says fiber rich foods to promote a healthy gut. So like, I don't know. I just have issues where it's like I wake up and I'm like, my stomach is just like so fat, like it looks like I'm pregnant even though I'm not. And like, I just, my bloating just won't go down. So it's clearly like an inside type of problem. Like, even if I don't eat for 2 days, I tested it out. I didn't eat anything, well, barely anything for 2 days, and my stomach still looked fat. So I was like, okay, so it's definitely an inside problem. It's probably not what I'm eating. What's your thoughts on Billie Eilish? I don't know. I never really liked her. Like, I like that first album she made, like when she first got popular. Not the Birds of a Feather song, because that one was too much. But it was like too popular on TikTok. But there was a one song, not the Bad Guy song. I don't know. I think I only have like two songs of her. Maybe like Ocean Eyes, even though that was really popular, and some other song by Billie Eilish. But I never really liked her because she, like, the way that she dresses like a 90s hip hop star. She wearing like the baggy pants, the gold chain, oversized t-shirt, and like the hats and stuff. And sure, you could say that she was just trying to hide her body from like the creepy men out there. But realistically, I'm like, why are you dressing like that? And then she would be using like Ave. She would be like, just like sounding weird, and like, I don't know. And then her fans are like really racist. I don't know. Um, yeah. See, I always get random people in the chat, and that's the funny thing about YouTube is that like there'll be like random people trolling on here, just commenting things on random people's lives. It's just so random. Jada Pinkett Smith movies. I know she was in the famous one with Queen Latifah, was Set It Off, but I can't necessarily like name movies she's done. Um, Jada Pinkett. Yeah, I can't really name movies she's done for real. I don't know. That whole relationship is just weird in general, and people like idolize them so much. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I didn't even know you could like this live on here. Cause like that's like people on TikTok, they be like the live, guys, like the live. And I'm like, oh, Nutty Professor. I think I've seen that like when it first came out, so I don't remember Nutty. I don't remember Nutty Professor. Like I think I seen that like when it first came out. It's about like that one Eddie Murphy, the fat guy, right? And then he wears the glasses, or is that a different movie? I don't know. I think it is, but I didn't even know she was in that movie. I don't specifically watch like Jada Pinkett movies. Thanks. I mean, do you people just be watching people's lives on here? Because I feel like I haven't really like, probably since I'm a creator on here, maybe that's the reason why, but I've never like sat on YouTube and was like scrolling through the lives. Cuz I guess I used to do that on TikTok. If I scroll through my whole TikTok feed and I'm like that's boring, like I'll just go to the live section. Um but I've never gone to watch people's lives on here. Because the thing is, I'm subscribed to like other small YouTubers and stuff, and I'll like just like their videos or comment just to show support. But I've never like just sat on here and watched people's lives. Yeah, that's the movie. I feel like I literally saw that when I first came out. How long ago was that? Like 20 years ago? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's like the only time I watched that. Nope, I never seen that either. Like I don't. I mean, technically, I should be like creating content rather than watching it, because I be seeing all these people on TikTok making YouTube videos and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you should be making more content than you are absorbing," because usually I be on TikTok for literally like 10 hours a day when it's like on the weekend, right? Because I don't have to work. I don't know. I do think that women are generally funnier than men. Menace to Society, I've heard of that, but I don't think I've ever watched it. Low key, is that the one with Morris Chestnut in it? It sounds familiar. Maybe that was something else, but no, she's not like my favorite actress. I feel like I barely knew anything about her. I know she's in that movie Girls Trip with Tiffany Haddish and Queen Latifah in that one too. Mm-mm. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like women. The women I've met are have been funnier than the men. I feel like since I'm like a funny person, every time I be going on dates with guys. Oh yeah, see, Boys in the Hood, yeah. Even Boys in the Hood, people say that that's an iconic movie or whatever, but I didn't really like that movie. But I love Morris Chestnut. He's my favorite actor. Um, what the fuck was I saying? But yeah, I feel like every time I go on dates with guys, like obviously the goal is to like have stuff in common with them, make them laugh, just stuff like that, right? But I feel like guys who I talk to haven't really been like really funny like that, you know? Guys, men just aren't really super funny to me. I don't know. But I like going on YouTube live rather than TikTok, because I feel like a lot of people, they do scroll on TikTok, but everyone on TikTok, they have a short attention span, right? Because if TikTok videos are like, 7 seconds or whatever, you're not gonna stay on a live for like a whole hour watching one person for the whole hour, because it's just really easy to scroll from live to live. So, but on YouTube, if y'all are watching lives on YouTube, y'all probably just be watching lives all day. Or it's just more like more so like watching a podcast because YouTube is for like long form content, right? So you guys, people who already watch YouTube all the time, are just used to sitting on one live for longer. I don't like. I mean, I like women, but I don't date women. Who are some female comedians? I could not name you any comedians for real. I have never gone to like one of those like comedy shows. I've never gone. Um, Female actresses. I don't know. I haven't really watched comedies in a long time. I could not name you anybody, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I like funny female actresses specifically, but I'm just talking about like I guess like women as like an entire gender. Like if you meet a girl on the street, she's more likely to say something funny rather than like a random guy, I guess. Lady female, I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. I watched the Kevin Lang show too on YouTube. That's pretty funny. Mm-mm. Right, it goes really forward and backwards. I don't. Depends what ride though. I haven't been on a ride in a long time. Like we have Busch Gardens, Six Flags, like Disney World and stuff. But what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know. I feel like I've never really been a huge amusement park person. Like I have been to Disney World, Disneyland in California. Like I've been to like multiple different amusement parks, but just the idea of like living, I'm not living, but like waiting in a line for 3 hours and then the roller coaster lasts like 15 seconds. It's like, really? Like, it's just the whole concept is crazy to me. And then, like, all the theme park food is so expensive and stuff, too. No, I'm not from Cali. No, I've never heard that ride either. But it's like, I've just been to like different amusement parks. But like back in the day, this is how old I am. Like, we used to go to Florida for Disney World and you could buy like a fast pass in order to like cut some of the line, but I feel like back then the fast passes were worth more money because you would pay the certain amount for the theme park and then all you had to do was pay an extra $30 to get fast passes for everybody, right? So that's like an extra $30 per person or whatever, and then those fast passes would work on every single ride, and you could just show the worker your fast pass and then you could just zoom through the line of this ride. Like there was no limits, no nothing. You could ride the same ride with the same fast pass 5 different times and you could just cut through the line each time, right? But now when we went like a couple years ago, they have fast passes to where you have to you could only buy it for like 3 rides and you could only use it one time, and it's not, it's like 10 times more expensive, and it's not worth it because everyone is getting a fast pass now, right? Because everyone wants to cut the line. So now it's like to the point where the fast pass line is the same length as the regular line, so it's not even any point in getting the fast pass. um what? No, I mean, coupons? I haven't even heard of coupons for theme park food. I've heard of like coupons for like theme parks in general. Like if you go to a certain place for like Halloween or Christmas town or whatever, they have like certain deals or like, season passes and stuff. But I haven't used coupons in forever either. And I probably should, like even when I'm going to like Walmart or something, just to save money. It would probably help if I was, like those couponers, how they're like the extreme couponers, how they're spending like $2,000 and then like with coupons it ends up to like a total of like $7 or something. Like that's pretty cool to me how you can like calculate the total, get money off for certain things and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, But if I could definitely like sit on live all day, I would do that. I probably should have did that last weekend. I could have just been on live for like 6 hours, but then it's like it's not the same because people can't just be on live for 6 hours. So then it's like I would have to restart the conversation every time like this group of people leaves. It's like you gotta start talking about something else. Um yeah, theme parks, I don't know. I don't remember the bathrooms being like that bad. But I just remember like the lines would be long because obviously like after you get off of a roller coaster, everyone needs to use the bathroom because you were just waiting in line for 30 minutes, right? Um, so that's the annoying part of it. That's the ice cream truck. Every time the ice cream truck, I never. Every time the ice cream truck comes, I never have money. Um, yeah, I know. That's the thing about like living in the free world. It's like technically you could just ask for stuff and people could just give it to you, right? Because I and that's why I can't work in like fast food or something like that because I feel like I'm too generous of a person. Um, because if I was like working fast food and then like you have like the homeless people coming in and be like, "Oh, can I get some French fries?" I'd be like, "Yeah, here you go, here you go, here you go," like every single day. And like obviously they have policies where you can't do that because then people would lie about being homeless just to get free food, you know? What are you talking about, bro? I mean, I don't know. I've never had to ask. Well, obviously, like when you ask, it does help a lot. Bro, how old are you, bro? I feel like my audience is like different, bunch of different ages because it's like either like older men, older women, and then I have like the super super young people who are like literally 10 years old. Oh no, because I saw like a video on my page the other day and this girl was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to like 8th grade and I watch all your videos." I was like, "Huh? Like you watch my videos?" I feel like I would be boring to like a child's attention span because I always do like long form content to where I'm doing like story times or like trying on something or whatever. So it's like I feel like kids would just get bored of me watching my videos. What are you talking about, bro? I'm in the US. Yeah, exactly. Um I don't necessarily listen to K-pop. Like my sister likes K-pop because she has all these random people like the pictures in her bedroom and stuff, like the little photo cards and whatnot. But the only the girl group I listen to is Cat's Eye, and I know they're not technically K-pop, but like obviously they're inspired by K-pop. So Cat's Eye is like my current girl group right now. Um Yeah, because Cat's Eye is like is really diverse. They have people like the girls are from like all different cultures, I guess, and there's a black girl in the group, so I'm gonna support anybody who's black. Um, so I like that group a lot, and their music is actually good. They can actually dance. They're like basically talented, like all around. Um, I haven't seen the homeless person pull up in a fancy car, but I feel like I would do that if I was like rich. Like when I'm rich, I don't want to be like wearing all this designer clothes and like have a big house, fancy car. I don't want to be doing all that when I'm rich. I want to be like, you know how they say like Steve, was it Steve Jobs? I think it was how he literally like invented Apple and then he's walking around looking like he's just wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt. Like that's how I would be too. Because I feel like I would be too busy giving back to my community rather than like buying all this brand name stuff. Um because I don't know. Realistically, brand name stuff they're like unnecessarily expensive because it's like you could buy a purse for like $2,000, right? But it's like you could easily just put that money somewhere else. Cause like luxury brands is like is low key a scam because that stuff is made in a factory in like across the world, and it's probably made like by child labor or something, and um then they send it here to sell for like 10 times more money. And I'm like, why would I buy a purse for like $2,000 when it was made in a factory for $2, you know? So I can't get behind doing like designer stuff, I guess, like buying designer stuff, especially a lot of those designer brands. They're CEOs and stuff. They're like low key racist and say that, like, I remember, who was it? Somebody said that their brand wasn't meant to be bought by black people or something, and they said they don't care if black people hate them because their audience is rich white people. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Um, but yeah, I don't know. But Cat's Eye, I like Cat's Eye. I have their posters on my wall, and I watched them perform at Lollapalooza online. But definitely my favorite artist of all time. I feel like it used to be Rihanna just because I was obsessed with Rihanna when I was younger, but now it is definitely Beyonce. And I have like a whole bunch of Beyonce merch. I got the pictures on my wall. But I didn't go to this her recent concert though. And I wanted to, but this album, like, I like the album, but it wasn't necessarily like my favorite album. Like, I like the Renaissance album. That's why I went to the concert. But so hopefully this next album is good and I'll actually like majority of the songs. But for Beyonce, like, you never know. The next concert could be her last. So I'm still gonna go to that anyways. Stray Kids, I've never heard of that. Like, it sounds familiar, like one of those emo groups, but I've never listened to a song by them. The mostly I listen to R&B pretty much. Like, just like songs with a good beat, like, you know, some Afrobeat songs. I like some of Tyla's new songs that she made. Um, but I'm not a type where I listen to like a lot of rap. Like, there's so much female rappers out now. It's like hard to keep track of, and that's how I know I'm old, when I don't know all these famous people who are performing. Because I remember I saw something. It was like some kind of like festival or something, and you know how they have it all written out, like, oh, this person's performing, whatever. And I was reading the names. I'm like, who are these people? You know. And like, that's how I know I'm getting old, because I don't know these young performers these days. But I am like kind of diverse when it comes to music, but at the same time I'm not, because I feel like I low key be listening to the same songs in a different font. Like, it's mostly just all R&B, and the only rap I used to listen to was like the old Nicki Minaj, the old Drake, old Lil Wayne. But I don't necessarily listen to like the new, like the mumble rappers, or like the current rappers out there. And there's like a whole bunch of like current female rappers. Like, you have like who is it? Glorilla and Dochi and Lotto, um, City Girls. Like, I don't know. I don't listen to them. That's more so like club music for me. But I couldn't listen to that on like a day to day basis, like nonstop. Cause I'm like a chill person, so I just like a vibe for um chill vibe for music. So I'm mostly listening to like old R&B, like the stuff that I grew up listening to, like Neo, Alicia Keys, Mario, SWV, that Destiny's Child, like I don't know, just like old type of songs like that. And then also like the new R&B, but I mostly listen to like pop, I guess, is my main category, but pop is like so diverse, I guess. And then like when I was growing up, I always used to say like I hate listening to country, but in reality, like Beyonce did like a country album, obviously like influenced by country and stuff like that. So I do like certain country songs, because then I was looking into like black country artists, and I was like, oh, you know, I could get behind this, but it's mostly just like the old form of country. I don't really like because I can't necessarily relate to that. I don't know. Um, what else? And then like when it comes to like emo type music, like I can't. I mean, I like the beat on some of the songs. Like there's the one song going around right now on TikTok that everyone is obsessed with the beats and stuff like that. Um, but I can't get behind it. Or like how they have like metal screamo music. I don't like that either. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. But I'm not like I think K-pop. The only person I liked New Jeans, but apparently they're like disbanded now. Is all I know. And then I know they have like other groups. Like everyone likes BTS just because like they're like they say it's like an attractive group of boys, but I can't get behind it. I was never into like boy groups like that. Like I was never boy crazy like that. Like how everybody liked One Direction or In Sync and like just like Justin Bieber. Everyone was obsessed with Justin Bieber. Like I never liked any of them. I like Justin Bieber's one album, how it was like the one that he made about Selena Gomez, I think, how it had like sorry on it. That dance, the music video was really good. And what was it called? Like or maybe it was Purpose, I don't know. But he made like two albums that I actually liked. But I never liked it when I was growing up with him. I don't even know how old Justin Bieber is. Um but I never like was like a fangirl of him when he was like that little boy with the little flippy hair and wearing the little hats and stuff like that. Um, but then he just released another album recently about, I think it was about his family currently or whatever, Haley Bieber and whatnot. But I don't really like her either. And I feel like it's funny because the album that he made about Selena Gomez was so good because he was in love with Selena Gomez. And then you have like the album about Haley, what did I just say? Haley Bieber. The album about her is just I thought it was bad. Like I listened to most of the songs, it was low key bad, and I was like, oh, this is so funny. It's like a projection of the relationships. Um, I don't know, but yeah, K-pop, I can't get into it. Like I know like the dance moves are cool. I know they can actually dance. Some of them can actually sing, but like I feel like it low key came out of nowhere because obviously like K-pop has existed for like who years and years and years, right? But like when I was in high school, nobody really listened to K-pop. Like you had those people who wore like the little tails on the back of their clothes and they wore like the animal ears, like the furry outfits or whatever. They were probably listening to K-pop and emo music before anybody else. But when I was in high school, K-pop wasn't like a category. It was literally just like rap, pop, and obviously like screamo, certain stuff, and just stuff like that. But K-pop, no, I never heard anybody talk about K-pop until maybe when BTS first came out, I guess, because that was like the first like big group. Because boy groups they get popular pretty fast. Because obviously, like I feel like there's more women who are fans of things rather than men. Like men, when singers come out or like a new group comes out, men don't really announce it. They're not really like, "Oh, I love this female rapper. She's so hot." Like men don't really announce when they like things. They don't really form like fan bases around it. They don't form like group chats, fan pages. Like they don't become like extremely obsessed necessarily with a celebrity like that. But it's more so women who are the type that like get together, they form groups and like, they decorate their room, hang posters, like that type of stuff over like boy bands and stuff. And that's why like, One Direction was so popular, BTS was so popular, Justin Bieber, like, but you don't see like a lot of like female rappers or female groups or whatever getting like the same hype from like male fans, I guess, because technically it's like women be running the world when it comes to, you know, supporting artists and creators and stuff like that. That's why like I wish I had like a more female oriented audience, I guess, because on TikTok I think I have like maybe 60% women followers, and it's not enough because I want to be able to post videos where I'm like, you know, posting a makeup tutorial, and then I'll have girls commenting like about my makeup routine or like asking me questions, helping me out, blah blah blah, like, you know, telling me I look good and stuff like that. Because then once they like your videos, you can like advertise products on there, and like women are more likely to buy and shop online. But men are the type that just like kind of just sit and watch the audience instead of like contributing to saying anything or buying what you're advertising or just like certain things like that. Men don't be doing all that. So that's why like if you want to be successful in like any type of business, it has to somewhat cater to the female audience, right? Even if you're advertising like something about men, like you're advertising like male underwear or something like that, it still has to like cater to women in some type of way, because most women out there, like the wives, are buying the underwear for their husbands, you know? They're the ones who actually go out and shop for clothes or want their man to look good for them, you know? So they're the ones buying stuff. So that's why I'm trying to like do that on my YouTube channel, is just do like a women, like a female type of audience on my YouTube, so that way like more people watch my YouTube channel. And then it's like more successful in that type of way. Let's see. I thought I had, who keeps buying these frozen vegetables, bro? I thought I had hi. I thought I had some like frozen shrimp. Frozen shrimp to cook, but I guess I don't. Ugh. But yeah, I've been like in my bed all day for the most part. And I was literally in bed all day yesterday. And that's probably like a bad thing. But I don't know. Sometimes it's like some days I have like where my depression is worse than other days. And it's like actual non functioning depression where I literally just want to lay in bed all day. But then the other times I have like high functioning depression where I want to like actually get stuff done. So basically, right now, instead of getting in bed like I really want to do, I'm gonna just fold this laundry because, can I flip this camera? Yeah, I can. So basically, I have these two laundry baskets. One was supposed to be for dirty clothes, one was supposed to be for clean clothes, and I should actually like, I was gonna actually like label it, like tape some paper in there and label it, but now I basically just use them like interchangeably, which is probably bad because then it's like when I put my clean clothes in the dirty one, then they probably end up like smelling dirty, but they're actually clean. I don't know. But I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm gonna have to like fold all of these clothes because I got another week of work ahead of me. And the thing is, most of these are literally work clothes. Because that's all I be wearing, unfortunately. I don't go anywhere. And I definitely need to get connected to more friends in order to go out more, because the friend group that I have now, they mostly just be going to the club sometimes. But I met this other girl on TikTok, and apparently she lives in my area, but she's like 31 years old, I think. And it's not like that's kind of far off from me, but technically it's like that's a whole 5 years. How old am I? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. It's 4 years older than me. And, you know, she looks the same age as me because, you know, black don't crack. But I found out she lives close to me, and I think I was following her before that. But I would want to meet up with her because she actually does content in the same way I do, like how she goes live sometimes and all that. So I want to end up like meeting her because she was saying she's like unemployed right now, doesn't really have anybody to talk to, and obviously it's hard to make friends as you get older. So I wanted to meet up with her because I just need some more like I need more like content creator friends in general. And it's hard to get that when you live on the East Coast because a lot of people on the East Coast, they don't really be doing content like that. Like that's more of like a West Coast type of thing. Look at all these clothes I gotta fold, bro. And like I said, it's mostly just work clothes anyways. What is this from? But I also hate I don't iron my clothes anymore. I feel like people stopped ironing their clothes. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I remember like I took an iron when I went to college and I didn't even use it. That was the funny thing. So I don't know where that iron went because I think it was cheap from a cheap store. But I feel like ironing, I have to like get out the whole entire ironing board and I gotta do all that. Like that's too much work. So I don't even bother doing that. I don't know. It's not like I'd be going anywhere in general, but I wish there was like more content creators in my city because then I could just link up with them, film some little videos with them. Because I think since the beginning of when I started my channel in general, people were asking me like to do like collabs or just like vlogs in general because people like seeing you have an active life. Because if y'all are just sitting watching YouTube all day, like you need to be watching some sort of content, right? So people like when you post vlogs or stuff about your life in general, but I'm like, how am I supposed to do that if my life is so boring and I don't have any friends? And it's just embarrassing to vlog in public too. Like obviously like if I go to a store and I start vlogging, nobody's gonna care. People will probably look at me, but it's like I'll probably never see them again, right? So technically I can vlog, but like the anxiety that gives me is just too much. So I just never got into vlogging. And I think there is still some collabs with certain people I did earlier on my channel. I think I deleted the one I did with my first boyfriend. And I don't even know how his YouTube channel is going right now because I'm the one that helped him start it and whatnot. But I don't know. I'd be helping everybody start their YouTube channels, and it's like I don't get any credit for it. But I don't know. YouTube is getting. I already know it's gonna be like super hard to get into YouTube in the future because back then they didn't even have any requirements to do YouTube in general. It's like you just post a video and then you get paid right away. But now, since it's like a competitive industry and they don't want to pay everybody, they make the requirements super hard to get into. So that's why I was trying to go live more often, just because it helps with like watch hours and whatnot. Beyonce shirt shrink, bro. Hope it didn't. But what is this? I don't know. And obviously it's probably like random people watching my YouTube. But I don't know. I feel like I'm the type of creator where I want to like interact with my fans and like talk back to them, because even if I do end up getting like hella famous, I always want to be like that famous person where I can just interact with the normal people, and I would be having like meet and greets, and all the other celebrities would be looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, why are you meeting like your little fans? Who cares about them? Like, why are you doing that? But me personally, I would be doing that, because I feel like celebrities don't realize that your fans, the people who are watching literally everything you do, those are the people who are building you up and who made you famous to begin with. So why would you not interact with them? Or I don't know. Like, I feel like this generation of celebrities we have is so greedy. Like, you don't see them doing any giveaways or just making like fun content for their fans. They don't have discounts for their concerts. Like, none of that, bro. That's what I don't like. But right now it is Sunday, and I always hated Sundays because that means like you gotta go back to work tomorrow. But I probably shouldn't even be talking a lot because I'm gonna be using my voice at work, and my vocal cords are gonna break again. But yeah, when I go to Food Lion tomorrow, I definitely gotta get I don't know, I might make a list. But I can't be buying hella stuff. Like, I just got paid, but at the same time I did just pay my bills as well. And I also gotta save money for when Beyonce drops whatever she's dropping on her birthday. Because people are saying Beyonce is gonna collab with Louis Vuitton for the next act or whatever. But I'm like, bro, I don't realize we're poor. We can't afford Louis Vuitton, bro. This live is not an hour. Damn, almost an hour already. And like I said, I wish I could do hour lives every day. And then I also gotta finish exercising too, because I didn't do that. Because I hate whenever you exercise, you gotta actually like continue to exercise in order to keep your results. I also gotta drink 10 times more water than I usually do, because apparently you're supposed to drink like a whole gallon of water every day. And I didn't know that. Ugh. But one goal that I have for next year is rearranging my room and organizing it. Because I have these my cat's eye pictures. They were over there at first, but I moved them over here. But then I have some right here, and I still have to buy the new book with the new posters in it to go right here. So I'm debating, should I just make like this whole section just cat's eye right here, because it looks weird, kind of weird with this Georgia Smith poster right there, or do I move Georgia and put her right here and then have cat's eye over here. That's probably what I might do. And I also have to find like different tape for hanging up posters, because I used to hang up posters with like regular tape, and then that wouldn't work. So then I would just have to I bought some actual sticky stuff from Dollar Tree. So I've been using that to stick up my posters and everything. But it's like even that has been kind of not really working, and I kind of used all of those anyways on my Beyonce Polaroids. Dang, I made it to an hour. I think the last time I did an hour live was when I was braiding my hair, I think. And a lot of people seem to like watching that and like the process of braiding my hair. And I think I do still have to put out like a couple videos of me doing my hair that are like really old videos that I just never bothered to edit. So I still gotta do those. But I'm just debating on how to do my hair for Halloween. That's like the biggest issue I'm having right now, because like, it's just like, what Halloween costume am I gonna have? I don't know. But now, at least after I fold all these clothes, my hampers will be empty. I can put all this stuff away. So I definitely have bought so much clothes my whole entire lifetime. And now I'm just folding non-stop. Okay. And the thing is, like, I could fold laundry right after it comes out the machine, but that's just takes too much effort. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go to the mall and buy some jeans, because none of my old stuff fits me anymore. But I feel like if I went to the mall to find jeans, it's gonna be hard. But damn, I guess I'll end this live. All my viewers went away.